Hi, right over my shoulder here you see the dome of what will be in a few days the largest telescope in the state of Florida devoted to astronomical research. I hope you'll come out and see what's going on, but if you don't have the opportunity, let me tell you a little bit about what we're going to do with this instrument once we've got it installed in its new home. Well, first of all, it's a 1 meter to 1 that we have in Arizona out on a mountaintop called Kitt Peak, one of the National Observatory sites. This telescope and the one out in Arizona will both be operated over the internet or in person in the old-fashioned hands-on way by our faculty and students. And one of the things I would like would be to use both of the telescopes simultaneously. You can run them both simultaneously from one computer and as a giant pair of binoculars. One of the research projects that I intend to do with it is to study the near-Earth objects, rocky objects like asteroids and spent comet nucleuses that NASA says and the military says on average pass between us and the moon about once in a month. One such object does. And there's a big project run by the Jet Propulsion Laboratory and several other places around the world, about half a dozen altogether, that are doing computerized surveys to find near-Earth objects that are potentially hazardous. They're supposed to be on the order of several thousand that haven't been discovered yet. What we would like to do is to follow up after the discovery and make, using both of the telescopes as kind of a giant binoculars, distance measurements. Like your two eyes get depth perception, two eyes on opposite sides of the continent will give you depth perception as well, out to about the orbit of Jupiter or Saturn, where these objects at the most get that far out. So we'll be able to calculate the orbits for the objects that are potentially hazardous and clean up some of the loose ends that these large survey projects don't have the time to do. It'll be a great idea for students and faculty to do in part-time kind of fashion.